Okay, this is a tale of two pizzas, high fiber pizza number one. Back in 2008, I lined up a venue for a solo show of my quilts. It was a pizza restaurant. I thought it would be fun to create a quilted pizza for this show, so I got some dense quilt batting, wrapped it up in natural colored linen, and topped it with shredded yellow fabric for cheese, circles of pepperoni colored fabric, rings of black for the olives, and tinted green interfacing for the peppers. I quilted it together with big French knots of garlic. I made the tray from that silver Teflon fabric you see on ironing boards. Then two things happened. It was the worst of times. The restaurant canceled my show, and the economic downturn started. Oh well. I eventually found another place to show this crazy art quilt. Every year, Studio Art Gallery in San Francisco has a show called Delicious, with many different kinds of art about food. In these economic hard times, I thought my pizza might have to be sold by the slice. Since there's a fabric cutting tool that's just like a pizza cutter, I used pretty much the same process as cutting up a real pizza. Of course, the whole pie, including the plated slice, was sold to one pizza lover. It was the best of times. High fiber pizza number two. In 2016, I signed up to take a landscape quilting class with Denise Oyama Miller. I was missing my pizza quilt, so I asked her if it would be okay if my landscape was a pizza. She agreed, but she remarked that it would probably make all the other students hungry for pizza. I started out with a photo of a typical pizza. Then I had to cut up my fabric into tiny confetti in colors I found in the picture. After assembling the checkered tablecloth background and leaving a big opening for the pizza, I started sprinkling the fabric bits to look like dough, cheese, and sauce. Later came the toppings. The green peppers were especially tricky. Quilters watching this may be surprised to learn that there wasn't any glue or fusible web on the back of all these little bits. They were just loose until they were covered with a piece of black tulle. That's a very fine kind of mesh. Then I had to use lots and lots of safety pins to keep all the bits from shifting around while I top stitched everything down on the sewing machine. I was new to this kind of free motion stitching, but the stitches didn't show up in the midst of all that color, so there were no visible mistakes. Here it is, high fiber pizza number two. This led me to a whole new style of quilting I call fantasy collage. You can see some of my latest work on my website at www.joy-lily.com/quilts.htm.